Hello, everybody. Stocks basically did the same what they did yesterday. I wouldn't expect too much more into it. I keep posting, don't look too much into this price action just yet. We're very range bound, and as you can see in the NYSE, these are just very crude trend lines, but really, we've got a gigantic trading range. And until we really break out either way up in here, it's kind of foolish to really think that, okay, yeah, I know which way the market's going to go. Same with the Nasdaq. I mean, it's a little bit less like it's more of a, kind of uptrendy-ish line. But as long as you're kind of like in between these lines here, it's kind of like, we're basically slowly trending higher in a range-bound market. So I just really wouldn't look too much into the price action on the short term. Overall, it looks good, looks bad. It looks a little mixed to me. I mean, I really can't say, oh, everything looks good, everything looks bad. No, I got some good, I got some bad. You take it all, and just like I said, there you have the facts of this market. So the good is, let's look at some of our long-term winners. Tree, we now have a 91% gain in Tree since our June 2nd signal back here. Also, Netflix now has a 49% gain for us since our intraday buy stops went off here back in May. And then ABMD, following its earnings win, now has a 30% gain just from July 10th. So in less than a month, we've got a 30% gain in that one. Not too bad. And overall, as long as we continue to see that, we're going to be doing good. On the bad side, though, we do have some sell signals. AVGO is producing a 50% sell signal by closing below these recent lows. So it's an actual close below the recent lows, below the 50-day moving average on above average volume. That's a 50% sell since we still have significant gains, not a 100, especially with the intraday reversal. Same with SWKS, closing below the recent intraday lows on heavier volume, but the big intraday reversal, especially back above the 200-day moving average, with the still, I believe it's over 50% gain, prevents it from being a full sell. As you can now imagine, I have been completely knocked out of SWKS and AVGO. I am no longer long either stock. And also, NGHC is a 50% sell. Damn it, I was going to raise my sell stop to right below this low just a couple of days ago, as it looked like this is the first base. So I was going to do right here, 22.22, and then right here, 21.59, and damn it, whoops. So I got knocked out of the 21.59, but I'm still long half of it because my other sell stop was back here, I believe, at these lows, 7.1. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my final sell stop to below 20.92. So if this stock moves below 20.92, I'll be completely out of it. But NGHC on an end-of-day basis is a 50% close. And SCRV, I know that it's still above the 50-day moving average and that it's closed below its 20-day moving average, a lot of times. But it's been trending above its 20-day moving average since down here in June. And it's been uptrending on low volume the entire way, no real accumulation. So this crack is pretty vicious to me, especially with the heavy volume in red BOP. And where is my long entry? It's back here. And so we still have a 45% gain, but that's also a major contributor to it. It's not like we have a 100% gain. If we had a 100% gain in this stock, or even over 75% in this market, I'd be like, okay, let's see what it does. But technically, because we only had a 50% gain at the most, this is such a violent crack that it's worth a 50% sell signal. You can do that with a move below 36.05. So what I do is I still have shares left. I have, I think, only 10 shares left. So there's an extremely, extremely small position. So I'm going to move 5 up to 36.05, and then my final 5 will remain back here. Right now I got 10 here, so now it's going to be 5 here, 5 below today's low of day. And then CRTO. Yesterday intraday, I got stopped out of half of it because I had half my sell stop below 51.58. As you can see, it traded down to 50.93, getting me out around 51.58. Well, good thing because my final sell stop, which damn it, hindsight bit me in the ass again. I initially had it here, 44, and then after it broke out to new highs here, I moved it up, but then moved it back down to like 46.82, so I had it at 46.81. But after I got knocked out of the half yesterday, yesterday I decided to go ahead and give myself more room on the downside, so I removed my final sell stop all the way down to 44, and obviously intraday it went below 44, knocking me out of the rest of CRTO. But anyway, on an end-of-day basis, CRTO is a full sell 43.39 is the absolute final sell stop. We were long from back here, so if you do sell it in the morning, you can still get out of here with a small gain. But the bottom line is that was a long time to hold a stock for flat. But that's not necessarily the case because it's basically flat on half the position, up about 13%. So it's about up 7%, up 6%, I would say, overall in the position. Not bad for a botch trade. For new long signals, though, we actually have a few, and also the euro. This is what the ultra short euro looks like. So it looks like that it wants to go ahead. I keep on thinking that I can pull up the euro on here, but the only thing I can think of is the EUO off the top of my head. But a short sale on the euro is looking like it could work if you use the recent low. So if you're going to go long the ultra short euro here, for instance, you go long here with a sell stop below 24.82 or 24.76. I would use 24.76. And if euro works, it works. But I would be more interested in shorting the futures contract, or the currency, excuse me, of the euro. But outside of that, let's get back to the important long positions, the positions that we're going to take no matter what. I got a new long position, INCY. INCY is a perfect speculator scan quality stock. So I think there's like 60 stocks out of 10,000 that qualify for the scan. INCY is one of them. It was also confirmed in the high price stock scan that looks for stocks over, in that scan particularly, it looks for stocks over $100 a share that average over 500,000 shares. It passed. So, you know, big funds will be interested in this if they like the move, and earnings and sales growth increased significantly in the most recent quarter. So INCY is a growth stock now, which will soon make it CAN-SLIM quality if these numbers continue. And it was also confirmed in my price volume BOP scan. Now, there's going to be 2% of my account capital in this, no more, no less. The reason being is that before I even know I'm wrong on the first half of my position, I risk 5%. And then before I even know I'm wrong on the next part of my position, I'm going to be risking about 10%, which is quite a lot. So INCY, 2% long position, highest quality long signal tonight. And also WNS, this stock is CAN-SLIM quality. It was also confirmed in my Max Green BOP for at least 5 days scan. So it had BOP Max Green for at least 5 days. I don't know if it was in my BOP 20 scan. Doesn't look like it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I don't think it. So, but soon it will qualify for that. And then WNS was also in my new 52-week highs on at least average volumes or above average volume scan. And WNS was also confirmed in the price volume BOP scan. I'm kind of mad at myself because technically I was interested in it right here with this signal. I mean, obviously here I've been watching it the entire way. But after that pocket pivot point signal, I'm not interested. But right here I am, as it closed higher than where it opened. Pocket pivot point signal, Max Green BOP. But the market looked weak. And to be honest with you, one of the key things I look for stocks like that is, you know, is the base long enough? Well, if the 20-day moving average isn't kissing it, it's definitely not long enough. Well, damn it, WNS might be really strong here, and it might not get a chance to do that. So with the breakout above yesterday's intraday high of 340, that was my thing intraday. If it closed above 340, I was going to take it as a new long signal. It did. So another pocket pivot point signal, still has Max Green BOP. Beautiful technical pattern, but it's a little risky up here. But the good news is if I'm wrong on the trade, worst case scenario, I risk 5%. So WNS is going to be a 2% long position. First sell stop would be below 29.72, today's low a day, and then the final sell stop would be below 28.86. I know for a fact I wouldn't use 28.86. Oh, that's actually lower. Thank goodness. Okay, good. So 28.86 and 29.72, the two sell stop levels for DNS. And then RAD, I believe it's in my CAN-SLIM quality scan. So it must have been before this most recent earnings report. It must have been CAN-SLIM quality, but its earnings growth was only 0% in the most recent quarter. Sales growth is good, and earnings estimates for 2015 and 2016 are still extremely strong. So I'm sure it will be one again, but it isn't anymore. But it was at least confirmed in my new high scan. So stock is a new 52-week high on above average volume, and in a market like this, it's extremely strong. If we're wrong, we don't risk much. First sell stop below yesterday's low day, 879. Final sell stop below 846. Very good looking chart pattern, but just 1% of my account capital.